sold out tonight.
WWE doing that host the event in multiple locations crap that they did at WrestleMania 2 in 1986. Also, I'm throwing in an immediate 20 sins to this event because the Manhattan Center had nothing going on for about 80% of this show. Seriously, you had so many people pay a shitload of money and they hardly get anything in return. It honestly would have been better if the entire event just took place either at the Manhattan Center or the Barclays Center. One or the other, I don't care.
We're back at ringside, one night only.
Why not all the time? It was honestly much better when the commentators were actually at ringside for Raw instead of on the stage.
We'd like to thank all of you.
I'd be happy with Shane McMahon thanking the fans for Raw's success had we not heard that at least once a week the past 25 years. I admit that was a great video package. Don't care too much for the song, but as long as it hypes up the fans, I'll take a few sins off. Thank you, Vince chants. I thought all the fans hated him for making poor decisions. I guess they were just doing that to be attention seekers this whole time.
Did you guys have a good night? Enjoy the show?
And fuck everyone at the Manhattan Center.
Shane and I started a GoFundMe account.
The fact that the McMahons had to resort to a GoFundMe account for anything is probably the biggest shocker in the 25 years of Monday Night Raw.
It feels cheap, but then again, we are here in Brooklyn.
This city we are in is cheap cliche. Also, this argument about Vince's plaque goes on 4 minutes too long.
And you give me a plaque?
What were you expecting, a freaking Ferrari?
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Thanks, Michael. We totally don't know who the hell this legendary wrestler is. I totally thought it was The Undertaker.
Stunner.
Vince actually thinks that Stone Cold Steve Austin simply giving Shane a stunner will help his case.
Austin stuns the boss. And the 25th anniversary of Monday Night Raw is presented by...
Skip! WWE is a dick to the entrances of Absolution and Alicia Fox, as well as half of Nia Jax's. Screw the heels, let's play the entrances of the faces cause we're dicks. Pre-match assault.
And tonight's match presented by...
Double sin because this is the second time in 2 minutes that the commentators presented this exact same advertisement on this match.
Asuka adjusting on the fly.
What a devastating knee to the air.
Here's Sasha Banks, 4-time women's champion.
With just about the same success with winning title matches as Nia Jax. A little above Nia, but not too far up.
How do you stop Nia come Sunday?
Team up and work together to throw her out like what always happens with larger opponents? Duh.
I lasted longer than you did in the Rumble match.
Bullshit, Michael. You only lasted a minute and a half, whereas Booker T lasted at least 6 minutes in 2012. Do you seriously think the 2012 Rumble match is that forgotten?
And there goes Sasha!
Asuka destroying all her teammates was awesome, no denying. Great hype up to the first ever Women's Royal Rumble match.
I was honored, thrilled. It's like being back home.
Foreshadowing next week.
Come on in.
Harvey!
Jesus, are these legends literally just standing in line outside Kurt Angle's office waiting to enter? Why couldn't they just be all hanging out in the office like a party or something? No offense, but Teddy Long's appearance makes no sense considering he was never a general manager for Monday Night Raw, ever. I'm honestly surprised that Ron Simmons didn't come in after all this. This is honestly a perfect damn moment to me. Jonathan Coachman willingly accepting worms from the freaking boogeyman. I guess he really isn't all that bright, which makes him the perfect commentator for Raw because we need incompetent commentators, I suppose.
Meanwhile, thousands of miles away.
Happy hour to you is nap time, JR.
And I honestly don't blame these two on the idea of nap time due to the lack of events at the Manhattan Center.
He's beaten everybody. He's buried them all.
Except for Brock Lesnar. Guaranteed The Undertaker was considering raising his arms to let the lights on before realizing that this place did not even have the lights off. Sure, it's The Undertaker, and we haven't seen him since his retirement at WrestleMania 33, but the fact that we knew he was showing up here makes us feel less like a holy shit moment. Then again, the fans will chant that any chance they get, even for a simple slap to the face. The WWE fans are dicks to The Undertaker's health and old age. To all who expect a straight-up answers whether he's retiring or having another match, it's The Undertaker. He doesn't give out simple answers to anything. Cryptic promos and confusion is what he does. The APA and their game of poker is honestly more entertaining than Raw 25 itself, and that is just sad.
People power!
Oh yeah, people power. Something I still don't understand that sense in. Have no idea what John Laurinaitis really meant with that considering the people never had the power. If we're talking general manager wise, Daniel Bryan honestly has no reason to be on the stage right now considering he's never been a general manager for Raw. John Laurinaitis, William Regal, and Eric Bischoff all have been. Now, if you want to bring out some of the best wrestlers from Raw, then sure, we can put Daniel out there. But his involvement here makes no sense. The sight of Roman Reigns holding the Intercontinental title like it's a sack of garbage gives me more reason to enjoy the fact that The Miz wins it back tonight.
And WWE Universe.
Don't even start.
And Roman Reigns wears that title proudly.
Well, he technically doesn't wear it the way he marches to the ring with it each week. No one cares what's trending. Unnecessary graphics reminder about this match being for the Intercontinental Championship. It's not like we don't even know that.
And Roman Reigns looking back at both Dallas and Axel.
Curtis Axel was actually on the other side of the ring from where Roman was originally looking at Bo Dallas.
They don't call Roman Reigns the big dog.
What? What do you mean they don't call Roman Reigns the big dog? He's been known as the big dog for at least a couple of years by now.
And Bo Dallas.
Bo Dallas had every right to get ejected by the referee as he was caught grabbing Roman's foot, but Curtis did nothing to deserve to get ejected.
Right now. Oh, Miz is the champion.
I admit, while that was unfair tactics, at the same time it shocked the hell out of me because I don't think any of us saw The Miz unhook the turnbuckle padding at all during this match. Somewhere backstage, Chris Jericho was trembling with anxiety on the possibility of his longtime record being shattered by The Miz if he wins yet another Intercontinental Championship. Dang, not even the legendary Christian gets his own entrance on Raw 25.
In Brooklyn tonight!
Wrestler says the name of the city just to get a cheap pop cliche. I'm only saying that now because Brooklyn has been mentioned so many times in the first hour of this show.
Brooklyn, what up?
Oh my god, do I have to create a bonus round for this?
I got this one set.
What an asshole.
My dad really doesn't suck.
But what does suck is this event has only a combined 22 minutes of wrestling on a 3-hour wrestling show, which is severely fucked up.
Give my dad a big round of applause.
Can't believe I would ever say this on Christian's Peep Show, but skip! Wrestler accidentally takes out his own partner amidst the brawl with their enemies cliche.
Do you think that you're still going to be champion? What kind of question is that?
Alexa Bliss just said what I was about to say. Maybe she should join me as a guest narrator for one of these videos. Heath Slater's downfall is still going on for some reason.
Welcome back to the Manhattan Center, everybody.
Oh yeah, that's still a thing, I forgot.
Not yet, don't say anything.
Jerry Lawler telling Jim Ross not to say a word until after Bray Wyatt's entrance is over, yet he continues to talk himself. I guess hypocrisy is always a thing around here.
You know, Joe.
Who the hell's Joel? I'd be excited for this feud between Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy if they didn't constantly compete against each other. This would be more exciting if Matt started making more bizarre promos at House Hardy.
With a huge thud and a splat.
Only 5 minutes of action, and then let's continue to let the Manhattan Center be forgotten. While it's awesome to see these female legends, it makes their appearances in the upcoming Royal Rumble the following week seem less exciting.
Can I use your guitar? No, you can't.
Dick.
It's okay. I got my own.
If you had your own guitar, then why did you even bother to ask Elias to borrow his? Chris Jericho really isn't making that much sense tonight on his guest appearance. Elias is very quick to get to the ring and set up for someone who was backstage getting put on the list of Jericho literally 45 seconds ago.
If that's how you feel, then I'm gonna leave.
How about instead of threatening to leave, you actually do leave? And if you're not going to, then don't say you're going to because clearly the crowd doesn't care.
Jimmy Fallon is right here.
Skip! Jimmy Fallon's I really wish I wasn't here right now face.
Brooklyn have balls because there they are right there.
Thank you, John, for pointing out that some asshole brought in a beach ball to the event. Seriously, stop bringing in beach balls. If you're so bored, why'd you even come to the show in the first place? Elias is addicted to John Cena's. I'll be honest, I like seeing Elias not get his ass whooped by John for once. Awesome turnout by this otherwise boring segment. Ron Simmons could have said that an hour ago and saved us the trouble of this continuous segment.
It wasn't always Mark Henry, he was sexual.
But still Mark Henry. I think the Godfather forgot to mention that Mark wasn't always known as the world's strongest man. Also, the absence of the hose.
Royal Rumble is presented by...
Skip! Even though I love KFC. You know, I'm actually shocked that it's the crowd at the Barclays Center chanting boring compared to the crowd at the seemingly forgotten Manhattan Center who are about to start killing each other if something doesn't happen.
And I ain't often to being a part of groups and all that.
What are you talking about?
Michael losing his voice Cole would be great at CinemaSins 2 expansion.
Titus clearly he's in no condition to compete.
No condition to compete? Titus O'Neil already competed in this tag team match, Corey. Now he doesn't need to compete. Or in this case, get buried by the Dudley Boys, and once again make tonight all about the old-timers and not the present-day guys.
Uh-oh, Slater's in trouble!
We interrupt Raw 25th Anniversary to bring you Raw Episode 1000, where Heath Slater gets his ass kicked by a bunch of legends.
Well, let me tell you something, Mean Gene.
First ever co-WWE champions.
Because John Cena and CM Punk have totally never been co-WWE champions. Shawn Michaels portraying the I'm old and getting out of shape for this gimmick has honestly gotten a little boring after all these years whenever he made guest appearances.
I can't remember 25 minutes ago.
Get it? You know, because he's old and retired? Seriously, is that the best you got, Shawn?
We had that big, huge sausage kielbasa thingy.
I know this is a PG show, but I definitely can't be the only one wondering what the hell D-Generation X went through in that story. If only Hunter would let him continue. Why the hell are we looking at TV screens at the Barclays Center? Those camera shots make absolutely zero sense.
We will be at the forefront of the next 25 years.
Hope you don't take offense to this, but by 2043, Hunter and Shawn will likely be either old retirees or dead. I'm honestly predicting right now that at the forefront of Raw's 50th anniversary, The Shield will be present as nearly 60-year-old retired Hall of Famers.
Road Dogg!
Jerry Lawler pretending that Billy Gunn is invisible and Road Dogg is the only member of the New Age Outlaws heading to the ring. X-Pac does have his own theme, right? So why is that not playing right now instead of the D-Generation X theme? Holy shit, they actually went to commercial during freaking Razor Ramon's entrance. Oh, I see. We're referencing the fact that his entrance happened during commercial break on the very first episode of Raw. Still a dick move. Finally, something cool to look at actually happened during Raw's 25th anniversary.
Look at that. Whoa, look at this.
Pre-match assault.
A great duo.
The Manhattan Center finally gets some more action after being ignored almost all night long, and they still could care less about this match.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm just going to get it out of the way and add in 5 sins for the lack of wrestling on a wrestling show. What a disaster of a show.
Look at this.
Post-match assault. Also, you probably expect me to squeal with joy considering every member of the Clique, D-Generation X, and the Balor Club got to hit their finishers on the Revival. But by this point, I'm honestly just waiting for this night to end. Also, this is what happens when fans constantly joke around and say fuck the Revival. You guys just made WWE think you actually hate them and they believe they're doing you a favor.
And back here,
Holy shit, this show refuses to end. Kurt Angle with a bunch of WWE legends heading to the ring, and for some reason Kurt Hawkins. Also, a lot of security couldn't stop Brock Lesnar, Kane, and Braun Strowman from brawling. What makes him think old legends and a few current wrestlers will do the trick?
never been that frightened in my entire life.
Maybe except for the time Brock gave you an F5, or when Jerry Lawler was constantly kicking your ass. Or that one time when Heidenreich kidnapped you just to read you a poem. I can't be the only guy who actually remembers that, right?
For a fight!
That's been said so many times it might as well be a cliche. Brock Lesnar is here to fight cliche. Haha, the table broke too late. So the epic conclusion to Raw's 25th anniversary is a short brawl that we've seen in the weeks prior with nothing big happening this time. Well, this was certainly a letdown.